Hello, dear viewers. A very warm welcome to our channel. It's very good to have you here. In this video, we are going to have a look at a Pintle type diesel injector. They are called the Pintle type diesel injectors. They are basically will have only one exit. Fuel will be injected from right here. There is only one exit of the fuel. And once it exits the fuel injector, it will get dispersed and it will have a conical appearance when fuel injection is taking place. These type of injectors are usually used on diesel engines with a pre-chamber. If you have a separate combustion chamber where air is compressed into a pocket inside the cylinder head, we usually use this type of injectors. If it is a direct injection, we will be using this type of hole type injectors. But if it is indirect injection, we will be using this type of injectors. Commonly, these are used for indirect injection. And when we compare, the size is a little smaller than the hole type, and the opening pressure and operating pressure is also lower than the hole type injector. Now, when you look at the component parts, right here we have the fuel inlet. This is where fuel is going to be admitted from the injection pump. And right here we have the nut. This is the one that is going to screw on the cylinder head, and this is the one that is going to keep the nozzle and the valve assembly in place as well. Now let's open up and have a look at the inside. This right here is the nozzle body, and when you open it up, you see there is a spring. This is the one that has to keep the needle closed. The needle will be kept closed by very tough spring. So the spring will be acting right here on this part. This is a tiny push rod that is going to transfer that spring force to the needle, to this needle. See, this needle is kept in place, pressed by spring force. Assuming if this is the spring, for example, it will be pushing in such a fashion, so the needle will be pressed onto the seat. This is the needle. This is a Pintle type needle. And right here we have the seat, the nozzle seat. We have the needle here. So this will be pressed. This will be pressed, and that spring force is going to be transferred by this push rod. The push rod is pushing like so, and spring is acting like so. This is how it is constructed. And in between, right here, we have a spacer. There is a spacer that is going to be placed. So right here, it will be in such a fashion. This will be placed right here. And then we have a spring which is acting. We have the spring. And then we have this. This is the nozzle body. The entire assembly will be placed in such a fashion. And then all this will be compressed and locked by this lock nut. This is actually the nozzle nut that is going to lock it in place. Similarly, if you look at this, also similar type, only smaller in size, same thing. Right here we have the inlet. Fuel under high pressure will be admitted from the injection pump through this inlet, and it will get injected out once the pressure is sufficient enough to lift the seat. And if you open it, same thing happens, only in smaller size. There is a spring, and then we have right here the rod, the push rod. Okay, it is stuck. There is a push rod. The push rod is actually, here we have the spacer. It will be acting in such a fashion, only in a miniaturized quantity. So right here we have the spacer right here, and then we have right here. So this is how fuel is, this is how the injector is constructed. This is the needle and seat assembly. Now let's go ahead and see what is happening exactly on the needle when pressure is applied. A spring might have been interchanged for this type of injector. For both of the injectors, the spring might have been exchanged. Now look, if you watch closely, there are holes through which pressurized fuel coming from the high pressure injection pump will be supplied to the needle valve assembly. So there is a pressurized fuel is coming through these three holes, and that fuel will get transported onto this lower chamber. At the lower chamber, see this tapered surface? See this tapered surface? This tapered surface will have a cavity, and these three drillings, they all get connected to this area. So when high pressure fuel is supplied, that pressurized fuel will act on this tapered surface, lifting the needle. That is how it is operating. When pressurized fuel is there, it will lift this needle assembly from the seat. Otherwise, it is pressed down by very tough spring. As we have mentioned earlier, there is a very tough spring acting. There is a very tough spring acting, keeping this needle closed. If the spring force is there, the needle will remain on its seat. But if the diesel fuel pressure is strong enough to overcome that, it will lift this. Then it will act on this tapered surface and it will lift it. Once it is lifted, this passage will be open because the needle is now lifted up. Fuel will exit. Fuel will be exiting in a conical fashion because usually the tip has a throttle type of shape which will diverge the fuel. Fuel, when it is exiting in all directions, it will have a conical appearance as it passes onto the combustion chamber. So this is how the Pintle type injector operates. Diesel fuel with high pressure will be supplied through these three holes. It will act on the needle, it will lift it up, and then discharge it. The remaining fuel will be there to lubricate this needle assembly. This gap, it will need lubrication. So the remaining fuel will lubricate, it will pass through this passage, and then it will go through the center, and then it will come out through these holes. See these tiny holes on the outer side? Those are for the return fuel. High pressure fuel will come in from the center, but the return fuel will get connected right onto this side. See, high pressure fuel from the inlet will exit this way. See this side hole on the side? The high pressure fuel will come this way, and then it will get right here. See, if you look at here, these tiny holes on the spacer, they are there for accommodating this fuel. That fuel will go into this ring on that groove. Pressurized fuel will go on that groove, and then it will exit through these tiny holes, and then it will get connected to this chamber where the three holes are located. And then through the three holes, it will go into the needle assembly. So this is how it is constructed, and this is how it is assembled. Place it like so. The leaking fuel, however, will come through the center. This will keep it in place. This will separate. When this is placed in such a fashion, this hole will align with the outer groove, and this surface will prevent any passage of fuel from the side to the center. So only leaking fuel from the return will come through the center, and that will get out through these tiny holes. And this will be collected as a return fuel. So basically, this is how the Pintle type injector operates. Let's put it back together. Such a fashion, then insert the push rod, then can place the spring. Now when opening pressure is not correct, this type of injectors are adjusted by placing shim. If you place thicker shim on this side, opening pressure will increase. If you place thick shim and then install this, opening pressure will increase. If you use a tiny thin shim, opening pressure will reduce. So opening pressure is adjusted by simply placing shim. So this is how this type of injectors are constructed, and this is how they operate. Well, the spring is interchanged. Don't worry about the spring. It's only for demonstration purposes. Same thing is true for this injector as well. Return fuel will seep through here. See this is passage for return. If you see, there is a very tiny hole right there. That is for the return fuel, but the pressurized fuel will come through the center and then it will exit through the side. See, there is a tiny hole on the side. See that tiny hole? See there? It will exit through that tiny hole, and then it will come in contact with this, and this also has two holes on the lower side. It will come to this groove. So that is how it is. When it is placed, it is in such a fashion that tiny hole, the one that is supplying the pressurized fuel, will contact this ring, and then it will exit through these two passages, and then it will get admitted to the needle and assembly through these three holes. And when the fuel force is strong enough to lift up the needle, fuel injection will take place. And once fuel is injected, pressure will drop and the spring will keep it closed again. So this is how Pintle type diesel injectors operate. See, the spring force is to be transferred by this right there. There is a rod that is transferring the spring force to the needle. Keep it in place. So this is how the Pintle type injectors operate. The size might be smaller, but the shape is the same. You have a needle. If you watch closely, this needle has also a tapered surface. When fuel pressure is acting on this tapered surface, it will lift the needle up, and that fuel will get admitted through these tiny holes. These tiny holes, they will supply pressurized fuel, and that pressurized fuel will go to the lower side of the seat, and then it will lift the needle up. So basically, this is how the Pintle type injector operates. This is the same part, similar part. This one is a little dirty, same part, see? This is it. This is it. Well, dear viewers, that is all we have for you regarding the construction of a Pintle type injector. If you find this video helpful and if you enjoy what has been presented, please don't forget to smash the like button. If you are new to this channel, do consider subscribing. Turn on notifications so that you will be the first to get notified whenever we come up with another video. Until then, stay safe.